Hey, my fellow bookstagrammers and gossip kings and queens. So, I'm Shreya, here with my very own series of bookish gossips with Shreya. So, you know how we all have the celebrity gossip page, the news channel, the beat down page 3 sort of news, but we don't have any real bookish gossips. So, here I am with the idea of the bookish gossips, and I have something very interesting today. So, if you have read this, you are very much familiar with the movie, and all the suits being filed. I mean, that's something we should talk about. And if you have read this, then you definitely know that this movie, I don't think it's gonna make out. And if you have read this, then you know that we are gonna have a very good thrill among us very soon. So starting off strong with It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Now this book, it deals with a lot and everything at once. Be it teenage romance, domestic violence, or I would say, how a person grows from a child to an adult with dreams, ambitions, and how everything is worked. So let's not dive deep into the story and come to the topic of what it actually was. So the story, it mainly revolves around Lily, the female main character, and her struggles with her own family and the domestic violence which is going inside her family, and she cannot do anything to prevent it because she's herself a child. Then we have Atlas in the frame, who's he does not have a home. So basically I won't like to call him homeless, but basically that's what he was, because he also has some issues from his mother's side, and that actually shaped his character, I must say. But a major thing is, a problem can either break you or it can make you, and this was something between the male characters which happened trial. The problem with him, it broke him into pieces. He was so freaking damaged that he couldn't fix Lily, rather he broke her even more. And then I would say Atlas, the problems, it made him a good brother, it made him a good son. Even later on in the second book, it made him a good partner overall. So something happens between Lily and Ryle, and I will not spoil it for you, but Lily decided to separate afterwards. And this book, it mainly deals with domestic violence, how it shapes you, how it shapes your mental health, and how do you get over it. Like, stop everything and walk out. It teaches you exactly this. But now you must say that if it is teaching us such a valuable lesson, why people are hating it? Now that's our very next prompt. Why people are hating It Ends With Us, the movie / the book, even the author. So I would say the childhood scenes of Lily and Atlas, they could have been a bit more, less provoking than they were, because they were children after all. And the scenes afterwards, I would say they are pretty good. Like, everything in this book, I liked it. Now I'm ready for all the constructive criticism and hate that. Why do you like this book? Don't you have anything good to do with your life? Welcome. Now, when the movie was in the making, all of us, all the readers, all the bookstagrammers, all the bookish community was so agitated that how can you make this into a movie? The movie, it was shut for a while. And everyone knew that now this is not gonna come, but one day, boom, suddenly we have it in the theaters, and I went to watch it. And if you have read this book, then you know that this is the note from the author. And if you have read this note, then why are you even hating this book? Why are you hating this movie? For the movie part, I do understand. I really do. I have seen it in the big theaters. So, but why do you hate this book? I mean, come on. Like, I would say why or why not. The author, Colleen Hoover, she went through all those things which Lily did. And if we are hating on someone's struggle, I must say it's not a good thing. But again, I would like to point a thing that the childhood scenes between Lily and Atlas, they could have been left. They could have been a bit more sophisticated, because they were, after all, teenagers. And when one of those scenes happened, Atlas was an adult. He was 18, Lily was not. For the movie part, why people are hating it? Oh my god, have you seen the costumes? I am not even a fashion designing student. I know nothing of it, but I am a Pinterest girly and I know what a basic costume can look like. And the age, I must not age shame anyone at this point, but the book characters, they were in their 20s, early 30s. The movie characters, well, if you know, you know. it's really not about age. If you are an actor, you can look 10 years younger by your makeup, your costume, your designs, but they did not put this much effort into it because why would they? The movie's gonna work anyways, and it did. It did work, but then came the plot twist. Lily and Ryle, in the bookish life, they had a divorce, but they didn't drag their, whole case to the court. But the actors in the real life, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, they certainly did. They did bring this thing to the courts. They're suing each other, and like for so many things which I would not like to go deep dive into because you all, know the tea. And as a reader, as a feminist, as a Gen Z, as a girl, I am not taking anyone's side because I don't know what happened between the cast, what happened on the set. So I am taking myself a more huge step back because not my cup of tea. So now people were sort of taking sides on the whole internet, and I did read some articles because if I'm coming here, I'm coming with facts and stats and all the comments. So when the movie was released, Blake Lively was seen promoting like, we're all the flowers, we're all the pinks, come to the sets, come with your girls, like in this manner. But the movie, it was dealing with such strong topic, which was domestic abuse. Like, how am I supposed to wear flowers and pinks to a movie which is depicting domestic abuse? Like, it's not a Barbie and Oppenheimer type of scene. It was like the Deadpool was here, the Deadpool was released, she wanted to have one of those sort of moment, and I won't even blame her because who doesn't? Who doesn't want that? I would love that. But the movie, the book, the topics, they were sort of unrelated. However, on the other hand, Justin Baldoni, he was promoting that you should not. You should not undergo abuse, you should stay away from it, you should stop it, you should take your stand, you should leave your partners. And whenever anyone was sending him a DM that I left my toxic partner because of you, this and that, he did put that on story, and I was watching all the stories. He made a post out of it, and I would try and take the screenshot of it because now it's an old thing. But he was like promoting the movie in a very actual manner which was needed, unlike Lively. Now I'm a real Blake Lively fan, but I won't say that this was something I'm very proud of because when you are really worshipping the celebrity, you might not like this, but I'm not one of those sort. Like, I'm not worshipping you, I'm a fan, I'm your fan, I liked your work, and the moment I won't like your work, we are separated, honey. It was just that. Now clearly Lively's image was tarnished. Everyone was blaming her, like she was blamed as hell, like why are you promoting this, why are you promoting that? So she sued Baldoni. Yeah, she sued him, and yeah, she had some major proofs. And again, I am not taking sides. Like, I had to say this 100 times because I'm not ready for the comments on the, in this thing that are you taking a boy's side? You are not a girl's girl. I am, and that's why I don't know what to say in this because I am not ready to be such a critic of this movie because I am literally a fan. As much as I didn't enjoy the movie, I enjoyed the book. I liked it. Now, when she sued Baldoni sued her back with even more proofs, and more celebrity are coming forward in their respective favors. So right now, it's not actually done or like decided who did what. So stay tuned for the gossips. When it'll come, I'll let you know. But one major news which I know is Colleen Hoover. She deactivated her Instagram, or maybe she deleted it. No one knows, but she is not on Instagram anymore. As someone who has been working on the industry for like months now, I know that Instagram, it's a real platform for promotion. And if an author is literally deactivating her Instagram, there's something we really need to take notes about. But I'm wearing black, so definitely there's a reason about it. And I have a book which, if you haven't read till now, go and read it. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now I must say that I am a fan of this woman. Now you might say that this is split personality. In the previous sections you were just demeaning her. I was not demeaning her. I actually liked that book, not movie. I liked that. So what about Verity? So Anne Hathaway. If you just know that she is a goddess sort of woman. Like, I would do anything to protect her from like all the hate and etc, which she's not really getting because she's such a sweetheart. So let's go and see what's really cooking. Verity, aka a good thriller, is ready to come into the movies, and I am set. The story, it obviously revolves around Verity, who is now on bed and she is not really moving, doing things, etc. So She's an author, a very pronounced author, and she cannot write anymore. But the deadline, it never waits for anyone. If you know, you know. So the deadline is there, and now Verity, she can't do many things. So her husband, he goes out, he finds an author, like a similar author, so that she can write and complete the monologue or whatever she was writing. I just forgot. So now comes that girl in the picture, and let's see. Now remember three names: Verity, the author who cannot really move; Lowen, or whatever she is pronounced, she is sort of the backup author; and Jeremy, Verity's husband. The story, it will revolve around these three and the three children. If you know, you just know. And if you don't, stay tuned or go and read that book, because I am not here for spoiling. Now, Verity, she's unable to move, she's unable to do anything. She had an accident which has been kept a secret from the outer world. Jeremy goes out, he pursues Lowen into completing her work, Verity's work, and she agrees because Verity, she's such famous author. Now you would say that, okay, if she's that famous, then she would have had some backups. I would say she had some backups which were known as the manuscripts. The manuscripts. And what were those manuscripts? So those were the manuscripts of Verity's life. She had legit journaled her whole damn life in those manuscripts, and that personally disturbed me. Like, whenever I used to read that book, I used to do it at the night, and I was in 12th standard. I used to read that in my bed, and God, at some point it was so damn creepy, scary. Like, you would want to shut that book and like stare at the wall for 5 minutes like, what did I just read? So one thing which I really know, that the movie is gonna be a hit. So if you have not read the book, it's your high time you go and read that book, because you just don't know. Movies really cut out a major part of the book, because if you have watched It Ends With Us, you just know this. So movies, they are like, circulated for like 2 to 2.5 hours, hardly 3 hours. So they have to cut a lot of the portions of the books. So you better go read that book and then watch the movie, because I hope it's gonna be in the theaters in 2025 in any Hathaway. I just have my faith. So this was episode 1 of Bookish Gossips with Shreya. I hope you liked it, because I enjoyed shooting it, and yeah, the editing, it's gonna cost my sanity and my back. So see you.